We're really excited at the Counseling
New
Center
year
to
means
offer
new
it.
programs. Learn how BGSU students are taking their counseling sessions on Saddleback.
And this week we are riding a weather roller coaster. One day it's warm and then the next it's below freezing. Coming up on BG24, Aaron May will tell us what to expect on this ride.
Are you getting tired of the winter season? Join the club. This week, see what's up at the pub.
Live from the campus of Bowling Green State University.
Welcome into the first BG Weekly of the semester. We have an exciting show in store for you today. I'm Faye Sahowski.
And I'm Steve Iwana. Counseling sessions at BGSU are looking a little different these days. In a recent partnership between the Counseling Center and local stables, students are taking the reins on their mental health journey.
For reporter Claire Mitchell, who visited with Project Hope in Bowling Green to learn more about the program. She joins us live in the studio.
Yeah, that's right, Faith and Steve. Group 1 of this 10-week program began this past Monday, and Group 2 met today. Organizers say this program can serve as a great alternative to that traditional talk therapy.
Boy, I could go on and on and on. My feelings are that they're the best animal in the world for people. I feel more at ease around horses than I do most people, but don't tell anybody that.
Sandra Tebby is the director of Project Hope Equine Assisted Therapies in Bowling Green. HOPE is an acronym for
Horses opening people's eyes.
Its latest clients are BGSU students for the new equine group therapy program under the BGSU Counseling Center.
Oh, I hope they get so much out of it.
Dr. Jessica Mitchell-Corsino is the director of the BGSU Counseling Center. She says this program was made possible through state funding.
And I thought it'd be a really great way to reach students, again, who will never come to the Counseling Center, who don't want to engage in talk therapy, but can be doing an activity, have a form of connection, and then also have a therapeutic benefit to it as well.
Horses want to have a relationship with you. They just teach you that you're wanted.
Tebby is also a therapist.
They might be able to talk and feel comfortable, and we talk about what that looks like for you, and we just do a lot of things.
Give me the smile.
We know across the country, loneliness is a really big issue facing people of different ages. And so it's really important that students feel connected.
Places for this semester are around 10 people, but the slots for the spring semester have already filled up. So for your chance to learn the power of this awesome equine therapy in the coming semester, call the Counseling Center to schedule a screening appointment. Reporting for BG24, I'm Claire Mitchell. Let's toss it back to you in studio.
All right, thanks, Claire. Now we're going to switch gears over now to the weather. It has been really warm outside. I hope that is a trend. But Aaron, what do we have coming up in this week's forecast?
Yeah, Steve, it's been very unseasonably warm. We are seeing over 20 degrees above average today and even tomorrow. So we've got the sun around. It is absolutely gorgeous. But the question is, will we pay for it later on this week? Absolutely beautiful sunny skies encasing Bowling Green today. Gorgeous. I walked around yesterday in a bit of t-shirt and shorts. It was fantastic, but the question is, will it last? Today we're going to be seeing some pretty nice and comfortable temperatures. We're sitting up into near the mid-60s today. We're still going to stay pretty warm at night, but of course, it's Bowling Green. It is going to be windy. As we look ahead into tomorrow, we're going to be seeing a bit more of the same. We have some rain hanging around, about a 20 to 30% chance, especially later. We're still going to see the 60s and the mid-40s at night, and Bowling Green fashion is going to be pretty breezy. As we look ahead into the rest of the week, we are going to be seeing a bit of a cooling trend as the cold front makes its way. We see Saturday, we see that cold front start to make its way in, and we continue to drop off. We're going to be seeing a little bit of winter try to push its nose back into our area, but overall, it really isn't too bad. We're starting to feel a bit more like baseball weather, Steve, so enjoy it. Go outside when you can. There might be a couple flurries late in the week, but I won't be too concerned about it right now.
All right, thank you so much, Aaron. I'm looking forward to seeing these above average temperatures. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Erin. I cannot wait to see the sun for a few days before the next bout of cold. The first case of its kind, the mother of the teen who killed 4 students at a Michigan high school about 2 years ago, has been found guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. The jury decided on mother Jennifer Crumley's fate for more than 10 hours. The legal case tested the limits on who should be held responsible for a school shooting. In addition to the 4 students who were killed at Oxford High School in November 2021, 6 students and a teacher were hurt.
The prosecution argued Crumley is responsible because she was grossly negligent in giving a gun to her 15-year-old son and failing to get him proper mental health treatment despite warning signs. She now faces up to 15 years in prison. Locally, people at BGSU have had differing opinions about this conviction.
I don't think she should be charged because I feel like those aren't her actions. And the kid made the choice to do it, and I guarantee you she wasn't telling him to do it, so I feel like, yeah, she should not be charged.
It is the parents' responsibility to take care of them, as well as that's what they're exposed to every day, and what they're exposed to they're going to bring to school. So I think it's definitely up to the parents to at least be aware of their child if they are struggling, if they are imposing harm to other people, and they should be the ones that are aware of that first, and instead of the school being forced to figure it all out on their own.
Crumley's husband is set to go on trial for the same charges early next month.
The average Ohio winter lasts up to 3.5 months. One group at BGSU found a solution to boredom during our coldest season. BG24's Jenna de Blasi spoke to BGSU dining officials to learn more about a new event that started this week. Jenna?
Thanks, Faith. I talked to John Zachrich at BGSU Dining about the Clubs in the Pub event held in the Student Union to combat the cold. Picture this: food, friends, and community. That's what this week has been all about.
BGSU students being stuck in the classroom or the dorm rooms this winter can get boring fast. To spice up the new semester, here's what the pub in the Student Union has in store.
The Clubs and Pub, we're really excited to just open the space. Pub's an awesome location for groups to meet. We actually have some student groups that already meet here, but we knew it was a good opportunity for student organizations to kind of brag about themselves and talk about themselves in one of our locations.
With more than 300 organizations to choose from, students can explore which one matches their interest.
Like, we bring our group directly to the people instead of having them come to us, and it just gives people the opportunity to find something that they actually like. I think it's a very awesome opportunity. I can find myself being like alone, but then I'm like, I have this group of people that are like, you know, they do the same thing that I do and they're interested in what I do, so it really gives me a place where I belong and actually a way to get out of my apartment instead of being cooped up in the winter months.
Along with being a part of a community, learning new skills, or even achieving your goals, student organizations provide memories that can last a lifetime.
We have students leaving soon to go to the Super Bowl, so we brought it back last year. They did it post-COVID. We had a bunch of us go out last year to Arizona, so this year we're sending about 28 students to Las Vegas, so super excited for them.
For a bite to eat and a chance to learn more, stop by the pub tonight and tomorrow from 4 to 7 p.m.
The Pub 1910 is also providing free appetizers to the first 40 students this week. Reporting for BG24, I'm Jenna de Blasi. With that, I'll send it back to the studio.
All right, thanks, Jenna. Imagine for a moment being able to be a part of the biggest game in America. BGSU students are getting the chance to do so this upcoming weekend. 26 students and 2 staff members from BGSU Sports Management Alliance will get the opportunity to network with professionals and grow connections while in Las Vegas. This is the second year in a row the Alliance is going to the big game, and opportunities like these, for those involved, are a dream come true.
Very honored to be accepted again this year for the second time. The excitement is just as big as it was last year. To go to the Super Bowl is a huge opportunity for the students and myself at BGSU. It's one of the greatest sport events in the NFL and in the world.
So it means a great deal to me to see them go out and learn, and also I love seeing them get to know each other a little bit better.
The group left on Tuesday the 6th, and they'll be returning Tuesday the 13th.
Coming up, we take a look at the conference standings for BG hockey.
That's right, there's only 8 games remaining.
plus the story of a rising star on the men's basketball team in his first year at the Division I level.
BG24 Sports brought to you by Falcon Media Sports Network. Hello everyone, I'm Lucas Kleinmeyer. Not often do you see athletes transfer from a junior college to the Division I level and have success. At least not right away. But for Marcus Hill, he has been a shining star all season for the BGSU men's basketball team. Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil sat down with the junior guard to learn more about his journey.
5% of high school athletes go from playing high school basketball to college basketball. The amount that end up in Division I is even smaller, roughly 1%. Going from a junior college program to Division I is even more difficult to calculate. This is the exact path that junior guard Marcus Hill took to get from a JUCO to being a starter for Bowling Green State University.
I was ready to leave, and do what I dreamed of doing my whole life, going D1.
Hill began his career at Southern Union State Community College, located in Wadley, Alabama. He spent 2 years at Southern Union, starting every game in his second season and leading the NJCAA in scoring. Hill averaged 26 points per game that season. However, these big games mostly fell on deaf ears due to Southern Union's student body only being about 4,400 people.
Southern Union was small, so we'd probably have just our girl team cheering for us and the other fans, just like it was bare minimum.
These performances were noticed by someone, however. BGSU head coach Todd Simon, who was looking for a difference maker in his first year at BG.
Yeah, Marcus is a tenacious competitor. That was number one. And we started recruiting him actually at my previous stop. And so we kind of followed his success. He was ultimately ended up leading NJCAA Division I in scoring, but a lot of that is due to his fierce competitive nature.
You can find the full story on Hill at bgfalconmedia.com. In other news, as the Central Collegiate Hockey Association is winding down their season, let's take a look at the standings heading into this weekend. The number 1 spot is held by the St. Thomas Tommies. The number 2 spot goes to the Minnesota State Mavericks. Those teams faced each other this past weekend, each team winning 1 game apiece. Both teams still lead all other teams in the conference. The Lake Superior State Lakers occupy 3rd place with 3 teams biting at their heels, all 1 win away from tying or overtaking the Lakers. Only Bemidji State and Bowling Green have 8 games to play, meaning they have 2 extra opportunities to gain points in the CCHA. The number 7 Falcons will return home to take on the number 3 Lakers this Friday and Saturday at Slater Family Ice Arena. Puck drop for both those games is at 7 p.m. That's it for sports this week, presented by the Falcon Media Sports Network. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Welcome back from the... Welcome back from the break. I've got a question for you, Steve.
Hit me with it.
How do you feel about Valentine's Day?
I could take it or leave it. I've never really had the real special someone to celebrate it with, so I can take it or leave it, I guess.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, while love may be in the air while shopping for your someone special, it may not be in the air at the checkout counter.
That's right. However, there is one chocolate shop that says they're doing their best to keep their prices the same. Andrew Kish takes us to Perrysburg for a sweet treat, both for your sweetheart and your wallet.
First of all, we're locally owned and we're not a big box chain. Everything we do is in-house, homemade, hand-dipped.
As owner Lisa Harris prepares for another Valentine's Day at Taste of Heaven in Perrysburg,
she's getting ready for customers sent in by Cupid.
It just depends on the type of chocolate somebody wants. Milk, we have dark, we have white. So we just have a huge variety just for everybody's needs.
No matter who you're shopping for this Valentine's Day, be prepared to pay more, as the USDA says food prices are expected to increase 1.3% this year. While the price of nearly everything has gone up,
I bought this shop 4 years ago and the prices are still the same.
consumers are still digging deep into their pockets. The National Retail Federation predicts shoppers will spend an average of $8 more on their significant others this year. Harris says she tried to keep prices low for her customers, but she says she can't do that forever.
Unfortunately, looking, out to the future, I am going to have to do a little bit of price increase, and I hate to say that.
But, as past Valentine days have shown her, that might not matter for some last-minute shoppers. She plans on seeing nearly 600 of them on February 14th alone.
I feel like they wait until the last minute and then they don't really care what they're spending. I'm giving my customers the best cost that I can possibly do without having to close the doors.
In Perrysburg for BG24, I'm Andrew Kish.
Valentine's Day is all about your sweetie and gifting sweet treats. However, with the holiday being so close to the new year, not everyone may want or be able to consume those confectionaries. BGSU campus dietitian Rochelle Bischoff says there are tons of fun ways for you to treat yourself or special someone with nutrient-dense and fulfilling foods. She says examples include putting white chocolate chips inside raspberries, making Nutella and strawberry toast, or making an angel food cake.
And then also maybe a Cupid Crunch snack mix, right? So popcorn, pretzels, Chex cereal. You could add some Valentine's M&Ms, so the pink, white, red M&Ms for that little bit of that sweet taste. Or you could also add some dried strawberries and yogurt bites to that.
Bischoff also says that the big thing is not to restrict yourself and that everything is good in moderation.
Coming up, we are doing a live taste test with some raspberry punchki. Will we be able to tell the difference between a store-bought punchki and a homemade one? We're going to find out after the break.
Did you know today is Fat Thursday, also known in Poland as National Punchki Day? In the US, Tuesday is known as Punchki Day. Fat Thursday is the start of a celebratory period before Lent, which will end on Fat Tuesday. For those who observe Lent, this is a time to indulge before giving something up until Easter.
That's right, and famous celebrations include Mardi Gras in New Orleans and Carnival in South America and Europe. And some fun Fat Tuesday facts include that punchki is actually the plural form of the Polish donut. The singular form is paczek. So I think it's only right that we should at least try some on Fat Thursday.
Absolutely.
So I'm told that these right here are store-bought, most likely from some local grocery, and then these are homemade by our producer Jess.
Yes,
and I know she's been working very hard to make sure they're as good as they can be. So I'm going
Yes,
to
all
try
morning.
the homemade one first,
Homemade
and then we're going
first.
to go in and see what the store one tastes like. So, excuse me, don't be jealous
Here
too
we
much.
go.
Can I see? Let's see. Man, I hope that mic caught that.
They're really good.
Yeah.
They taste kind of like an elephant ear.
Yes, that's a
That
great way to
cinnamon
put it.
sugar.
And who doesn't
Yeah,
like a fair,
delicious.
right? I mean,
Good
fantastic.
job, Jess.
Yeah, Jess, these are pretty darn good. But now we're going to see how they stand up against the other ones. You know, I'm going to try this one.
These are bigger.
You know, I am Polish, so the punchki is pretty
Me
good.
too.
But,
I'm also Polish.
You know, let's try these real quick. Well, I didn't even finish chewing. Let's see.
Okay.
All right.
There's a difference.
A little more like a donut.
Yeah, a lot more like a
Traditional.
donut.
But yeah, I'm going to go with the homemade one first. But
Jess wins.
Jess wins. Thanks for watching BG24. Follow us for the latest news on social media at BG24 or online at BGFalconMedia.com.
We'll be back next week with updates from around Bowling Green and Wood County. See you next week.